listening to Lexington Steel Live, right here on LA Talk Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed your main man, Lexington Steel. It is, without question, December 1st. John, I mean, this year is going by at exceptional rates of speed as we've just broached the Thanksgiving, part of the year.
Over. Yeah.
And so we got Christmas coming up. What is it, Black Friday? Now it's Cyber Monday. So, for those of you who are not spending money online at your local Amazon or your Joseph's A bank, who's got deals upon deals, you can get like 3 suits for the cost of 2 shirts. You guys in Joseph A bank? You ever see those commercials? Joseph A bank.
No.
No.
You don't see those ones?
So.
Okay, well, this men's clothes people, these ladies don't. They don't.
Did you get yourself a suit?
I'm gonna get myself a couple shirts and ties for the local fair coming up. So John Michaels in the house appears courtesy of
Gianna, xxx.com, and the agency, Silvaria.com.
I like the way you said that.
You gotta throw in that .com.
No, I'm not worried about the .com. That's Savaria.
There you go.
Say it again. Say it slowly.
I want to Silvaria.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, if I appear uncomfortable in my seat, it's not that the seat is all of a sudden not as soft as it normally is. Is that something else might be harder than normal? But we'll talk about that sometime after the 9 p.m. Now, we're here with the 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific time here on latalkradio.com. If you want to speak to myself or our wonderful guest, Miss Jaden Star, you can reach us at 818-570. And, John, what are the last numbers of that phone number?
I don't know.
That would be 5085. Literally it's 818. No, it's just literally 818, right?
Yeah.
And then you got 570 and then 5085. It's really that. I mean, fundamentally speaking, people, you just dial 818-570-5005. We're here all night. So I want to get into Jayden. Also, we do have another guest who ideally will make it here shortly. We don't want to not mention that we are indeed waiting for the arrival of our rest. But in-house is Miss Jaden Star.
Woo!
Hi.
Now, I want to get 2 things out first and foremost before we get any farther. First, what is your website and what are your social media platforms?
My website is jadenstar.com. You guys have to excuse me. I have a little bit of a cold. And I'm actually on Twitter. It's at Starr Jayden, and it's Starr with 2 R's.
Now, why did you have Starr first and then Jayden?
Because someone had my name.
Ah,
I was like,
there was a guy.
You? And
I saw there was a
what are you
guy
doing
with
with my
Jaden
name?
Star as well. I mean,
Yeah, there's a
There's a
couple
dude.
Jaden Stars.
Not you, though.
I don't know who they are.
Definitely not you.
Now, Gianna, we missed you last week in studio.
Miss you guys as well.
How was it? How you were in Connecticut?
I was in Connecticut, and we had a lot of fun. Myself and Sophie D. We were dancing over there at Rock Stars and Hollywood's in Connecticut. If you guys are over that way, you should definitely check it out. They got a couple new clubs and lots of fun, definitely. I got to be careful with that alcohol, though.
Uh-oh. What were you drinking?
Sounds fun.
Jaeger.
Jägermeisters?
Jaeger.
That
Yes.
will do it.
Yeah, I definitely
You
did
drink
it.
Jaeger?
I've had it once, and I don't remember the rest.
Oh, yeah. It's in that heavy green bottle, right?
Right.
It's like that. It's a glass bottle. You feel if you drop that bottle, it's going to break the ground because of this very, very thick glass. You know what I was introduced to this weekend? I was at a bar. I don't know, was it Friday or Thursday night? They all ran together. So, and a the Kraken drink came on as a rum. And the commercial came on. It's a pretty interesting commercial, And so I said, give us a shot of Kraken. So I got introduced into the Kraken, and we drank like 6 shots.
What's in it, or what
It's
is
like
it?
It's a rum.
It sounds powerful.
But you were just people. John, you were just telling us before the show started, you don't really watch TV as much. So when I refer to these commercials, when we refer to these commercials, you may know what we're talking about. But Kraken is really, really good alcohol. So, and people, you got to try this out. we actually have the arrival of Miss Pinky. She will be in here momentarily. But yeah, so Jägermeister, Kraken. What were you drinking this weekend?
This weekend?
Yes.
You know what?
It was Thanksgiving. Pinky's in the house.
How are you?
I had wine this weekend. I was
You're
a good
drinking
girl.
wine.
I was a good girl.
What's up? A quick hello. I can't get up. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Oh my God. See, we got a full house in the house tonight.
A lot to get here.
All right, so now Pinky just got in the house. Now, Jayden just told us exactly where we can find her on her website and on her social media platforms. So to start off, definitely Pinky, let everybody know exactly where they can catch you on your websites and on social media.
What's good, everybody? It's your girl, Pinky Triple X in the building on latalkradio.com. You can check me out at pinkyxxx.com. And my Instagram and Twitter is TheRealPinkyXXX.
Now, have you had a lot of people messing with your name?
Yeah,
mine's
mine's is all lowercase, and
Okay.
I don't even see how they were able to do that because they have the same exact name as mine,
Right.
except for it has some capitals in it.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid to report it because when I reported some fake pages on my Instagram, I sent them my ID. I did everything they asked me to do, and they still disabled me from my own page. And so I was like emailing like, hey, this is me. Remember, I'm the one that sent you the ID. So I'm like, I'm kind of scared to even report it because it's so close that they might erase my page instead
Yeah.
of the fake one. So I'm just going to let that fly.
That happened to me.
Yeah,
on
I'm
Twitter.
happy to say we were talking about this last time also. Somebody had a fake Twitter page on me, but they were asking for donations. They were
Yeah,
asking
they do
for
that a
money
lot. They do
and
that a lot.
saying that I would give them, blowjobs and I'd do all this freaky shit with them if they gave
Then that's
money.
definitely not a donation then.
Well, they were
Nah.
going to take that money. I wasn't getting none of it.
So they were actually trying to commercialize the use of your name.
Yes.
That's fucked up.
They got rid of it, but it was a long, annoying process.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, now have either of you ladies, have either of you guys ever have you guys trademarked the use of your name at all, or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's something. But you know what? When you get into the trademarking, you find out there's so many different areas or ways that you have to trademark it. There's no one
Yeah, it's different
blanket.
variations. of
Yeah,
it.
you know what
Or
I'm saying?
people
And-
could still get around
Yeah,
and still use your
in
name
other
and
countries.
manners, or still use it, but the fine lines, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This before this, and then that doesn't count as being
Yeah.
a trademark infringement or something
Yep.
like that, and then therefore they can still go ahead with what they're doing. It
Yeah.
definitely is.
It's a commercial. It's a
annoyance.
business.
Yeah.
It's it's a shell game because people are searching for the right one and they're turning over shells, and the rock that's under the shell might be the one on the other side of the room. Like sometimes with my name, you may have to go through maybe 5 or 6 Facebook accounts to find the right one. But ideally, when people arrive on the right one, they know it's the right one. Now, speaking of the right Twitter page, though, I have to ask you about this immediately, Pink, because this is something that was really interesting. Now, you're also a musician as well, and you started working on your reputation as a musician, you're a rapper.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
for-
a porn star rapper.
No
Someone
doubt.
just asked me at this nail salon. She's like, "Are you in entertainment?" She's like, "Not to be in your business." I'm like, how do I say this? I'm a porn star rapper. She's like, "Oh, okay." Then this other girl's like, "Pinky?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, I just didn't want to say anything." And I'm like, usually at a new nail salon, they make you pay like halfway through. They didn't ask me for my money till the end. I'm like, well, maybe they know too. I don't know.
Well, the reason why I brought that up is because I see that you started to use your real name. Is that
I've always used my real name.
Oh, you never want to. Okay, so tell me about
Every account that I do, I always use my real name, but then like the @ like how you'll have your real name, but then the @ will be whatever it is. So
Yeah.
the @ always been the real Pinky Triple X, but I always have my real name and the whatchamacallit.
Well, now, do you rap as Sarah or do you rap as Pinky?
I rap as Pinky Triple X.
Okay.
I like when people say my real name.
You don't like when you
I'm
say
so
your real name.
sexy. I said I like it.
How do you say your last name?
Marabelli.
Okay, so are you Italian?
My grandfather is
Ah, okay.
Yep.
And where are you from?
Oakland, California.
See, Oaktown. Is that right? People
yes.
still say Oaktown.
I think they say town business.
All I know is E40.
Yeah.
I'm going to be up there in December.
Really?
At Crazy Horse.
Okay.
Yeah.
In San Francisco?
Yep.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yep. A whole bunch of girls are going to be over there during
I
that
gotta
time.
come check y'all out.
You
In
should.
San Francisco?
I will.
Have some fun with us.
Yo, let
Yeah.
me tell you something. When you guys were up there, do you ever stop by Kink?
I've never been there.
What about
Have
you,
I?
Kink?
No.
I've heard good stuff, but I haven't been there either.
Have you ever worked for Kink, Jayden?
No.
Are you familiar with
I
Kink?
have friends that have.
Yeah, but no.
Trinity would work for them, and she would come back all bruised up. But all these stories about how much fun she had
Yeah.
and how sweet they are to her and how they take her shopping and how they pamper her. It's like they beat,
Yeah,
you
all
know,
the way up until the moment of truth.
exactly.
And in that
exactly.
first, I worked
I'm
for them.
scared. Oh, have you?
I did like 2 or 3 scenes for them, and I realized it wasn't for me. I told them, I said, look, you can have a hard on or you can have the violence. I can't give you the violence simultaneously with delivering the goods, so to speak.
Right.
I got a lot of goods to deliver,
I've seen some of their
I
work,
haven't
and they're real
seen
creative
them.
with it. It's real, like
Difficult.
even if you're not into it, you're gonna watch it and be intrigued and like drawn into it, like just because it looks good, like all the stuff they use and tying the girls up, and
It's
it looks
challenging
good.
because it takes so long to do that. The mastery of the ropes and all that, those guys are masters of that stuff, but it takes minutes. So you go in one position, and then they want to readjust or retie you and reconfigure the model.
Is that that's part of the fetish, like the rope tying and the different positions that they have you in
Yeah.
and everything like that? Is that part of the
It's like
getting
an
off?
art.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Okay.
yeah. It's just, it's really intricate the way they do it, and it's actually very beautiful when you see it, put together. And you ladies have wonderful breasts. What they do with breasts where they wrap them along the
Yeah.
bottom, and then the breasts are protruding, and then the end, it's like you took a little pin, pricked the end of it, like,
Wow.
even with the sound effect, even. So let's get this out there. Now, how long you been in the business, Jayden?
A little over 4 years.
4 years. You remember when it was 4 years in?
I remember meeting her when she first got in. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She was one of the first people I met, actually.
Yeah.
What about you, Pinky? When did you start? Like it was 07?
I don't remember.
06,
Maybe
07,
2006.
around there. I remember when you came in too.
I don't even remember, honestly.
He's like, I do.
Yeah, man. So you dyed. You recently dyed your hair back to your natural.
Yeah,
And then-
well, I've been rocking my natural hair for a long time. I just was wearing wigs,
Mm-hmm.
different wigs, so I could take it off and take it on and stuff. But I just started dyeing my natural hair and adding hair and stuff like that.
You
so,
make news when you do stuff like
yeah.
it like reverberates throughout the
Yeah, because when I first went on
internet.
vacation and I took my weave out and wore my natural hair, I was on a cruise going to Mexico. I barely had any internet access, only like Wi-Fi every once in a while. You're on a cruise, you're like, oh, right here.
Yeah.
So I posted a picture on Twitter, and it was like on media takeout. Which one do you like? Do you like Pinky with her natural hair or this hair?
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Yeah, it's
Which
crazy.
one do you prefer?
I
Or what do
prefer
you
my
like better?
natural hair curly.
Okay.
But it's like the easiest thing to wash your hair and it's curly and let it air dry, or like put a little product and it's all curly and big. I just like it like that because it's comfortable and relaxed to me. But people know that you didn't really put effort into your hair if you wear your hair like that. It's just like wash and go. But I've done blonde, I've done black and blonde, I've done every variations of pink, red, like fuchsia, pinkish purple, reddish pink. So I'm actually gonna be coloring my hair tonight. I had did my spray tan and I was like such in a rush to come here. So I was like, sorry, no hair and makeup today.
No, well, you know what?
I was just gonna have to come natural because I knew you were already promoting. I didn't want to not show up.
No
so.
doubt. Well, show us your hands because your nails are
Oh,
absolutely
I just got them
fabulous.
done. And
Wait, turn it. Like, see the camera right there? Put it up to the camera so people
my
can
bad.
see. Like, get
I
a look
forgot
at
the
those
camera was there.
joints, man.
yeah, I got them done in Reseda because I know that they're always super busy.
Yep.
And I always see like these girls that look
That's a
high maintenance
chic.
in there. Because in the Valley, all the places are really nice. They pamper you. They're expensive, but they don't really do designs too much.
Okay.
So you got to kind of take it back to the. I guess it ain't the hood, but it's just not like super nice of a spa salon. It's just a regular Kim's
they do a
Nails
good
type
job,
of place.
though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do a really good job.
You ever get in those spots, and I know people don't take this the wrong way, but you ever get in those spots and you kind of wonder what people are saying because they're speaking different languages? And I get my feet done, a manicure, pedicure, maybe once every 6 years or so, right? My feet are not my most flattering feature. And so I was getting my feet done, and the lady that was doing my feet started talking, and it might have been Vietnamese, but they started talking very, very excitedly and violently about something all of a sudden.
Oh my God.
I started sweating. I'm like, thinking to myself, these people are speaking about my feet. I know they are. See what I'm saying? She's like scrubbing on, and I was like, all right, look, I don't know what you guys are saying, but I saw Rambo. That's fucked up. We're gonna take a call coming in. What's up, people? This is Lex Live Show with Gianna Michaels and Lex Steele in the Hit House. Talk to us.
Hey, what's up, Lex? This is Reggie.
Reggie in the house. What's going on? You got Miss Pinky Triple X and Jaden Star, who are holding a full-on conversation even as they speak to you. Reggie, what's up, my man?
Nothing much, just checking out the show. And I know that Gianna is there as well. And
Hey, Reggie.
a fan of all these beautiful ladies. This is, of course, Twice Off from Twitter. So I know Pinky knows me. I know Jayden. Both of those beautiful ladies follow me on Twitter.
That's what's
To
up.
show my support. Yeah. It's good to see you again, Pinky, and it's definitely good to see Jayden. I haven't talked to you in a long time. Just wondering what you've been up to, Jayden.
Oh, I've been around, just working on my website and everyday life. So,
Step into the mic, Jaden.
oh, can you hear me?
You got to get closer
Am
to
I
it. I'm not going to I'm not going to suggest that the mic is a phallic type shape that you may or may not be familiar with at this time, but you got to talk into the
It's
mic.
all too familiar, actually.
Like, oh, I seen one like this. This looks like. I don't know. You guys tell me. Certainly enough, I wouldn't have a frame of reference from that. But boom.
What's the phone number to call in?
818-570 5085. That's
And Pinky, I'm definitely liking your look there.
Oh, thank
I'm
you.
seeing you on the video. Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
Cool. It's cool. Yeah, and I know you mentioned about kink and all that stuff, and that those scenes are pretty wild and crazy and hot. And I know I don't know if you're ever gonna do anything kind of like that or anything similar.
I wouldn't mind. I've thought about it, but I would have to have some professionals like kind of step in and show me how it's done so I can do it correctly. So I don't want to just get tied up for nothing. I want it to be erotic.
no doubt.
Reggie, I have a question for you. When you watch kink.com, do you are you intrigued? Do you watch or do you jerk off?
Well, intrigued
question.
and that too as well. I mean, come on, there's like hot ladies on there.
Oh
and-
no, I know. I'm just
Again.
curious because we were kind of talking about that and everything, and it is very intriguing, obviously. But I was more,
Sure.
just curious if is it like jerk off material or is it just super sensual and you
It
love how it looks?
Oh, there's no
Well,
Everything is jack off material.
Well, for
Oh,
somebody,
for somebody.
but some things are very
That's
visual,
true. That's
right?
definitely what
Some
I
things
do.
are more
'cause it's
visual.
Usually they have like the, I guess the sex and submission, and
Okay.
sometimes they have like the ultimate surrender. I mean, those definitely are some hot scenarios.
All right, well, you know what? Not to cut you off, Reggie, but I'm going to tell you something. On December 8th, there's something that's happening that you need to know right now. On December 8th, Lex Steele Productions is releasing Black Panthers #3, available on evilangelvideo.com as well as LexandSteel.com.
Nice.
So kink is something that we can talk about all day, but we're going to keep it here, Point Central, at the Lex Live Show. So I'm going to let you go, Reggie, but thanks for giving us a call. All right, bro? Give us a call
No
anytime, man,
problem.
all right?
Hope everybody had a great, happy Thanksgiving and everything.
And you.
Thank you.
Bye, Reggie.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye.
All right, now, Reggie, having brought that up, I want to ask Pinky you this. I want to ask you this. Now, there's something that you got involved in that really caught the industry by fire. You got heavily into strap-ons, right? And as I understand it, there was a particular strap-on that
Yes,
you
sir.
like to use on a regular basis.
Yes.
So we kind of have a vicarious
Yes.
relationship, if you will.
Yes.
And not only have we worked together a couple times, but I know you've taken parts of me into battle, if you will, on a regular basis.
We've often been on a search and had to come to you because we couldn't find it.
Yep.
People ask all the time, who is that? What is that? It's the Lexington steel replica, babe.
No doubt.
It's actually the vibrator.
You be killing
and
me.
we saw off the knob,
Yep.
so it's still stiff. Like I'm on my fourth one right now.
Word.
Cause from
people
using
be
it
killing
so
bitches,
much,
she
it
be
breaks.
killing bitches with the you be tearing bitches up with the strap on. Have you guys ever worked together?
No, we haven't worked
You guys
together.
ever worked
We got
together?
to put a video of her using that dildo
Right.
of yours and you doing a video because I
Yeah,
have seen
that
some
would be
clips
dope.
also, and I'm curious who does it better.
Oh shit! Definitely him. I can't. Come on now. I can't compete with a man.
No, but you know what would be dope? A DP. Because I can
Yeah.
anchor the DP, so I'll just get on
That
the
would
bottom,
be.
and then you come over the top.
Yeah, okay.
That would be
That
some,
would be
imagine
good.
that.
But I think that'll be really hard for a girl to do because a fake penis doesn't give. It's like it's not gonna be flexible at all. You know, like a real penis is gonna move to the groove of your walls and kind of like
No,
it's
I
gonna be a stiff one.
I feel I would be having a bad day if I was a slinky like.
No, I think it might even hurt you.
Nah.
It's so hard, you know?
Yeah. Because it has the we got another call coming. You guys gonna take a call? We'll take a call? We got 2 calls coming in. We'll take this one, and the other one can hold. Hello, talk to us. You're on Lex Live Show. Hello, caller.
Did you just want to see if it was real? Yeah, I said it's real. This is really us.
Hello, caller. You're on live with Lex Hill Live. Talk to us.
Hello. I'm a big fan of Pinky.
What's good?
And I got 2 questions.
Sure.
Are you gonna do more interracial scenes for your website?
Yes, I have a scene with a white man in the morning.
Yeah.
For your site?
Yeah.
Who is the lucky fellow?
I believe it's Chris Strokes.
Yeah.
Have you worked with Chris Jayden?
Oh, I'm probably saying his name wrong. Damn it. Hold on.
there's-
Wait,
there's
there
a
is
guy
a
named
Chris Strokes,
Strokes.
right?
Oh, okay.
There are 2 guys with the last name Strokes, all right? Isn't it? Anyway, so Chris Strokes tomorrow. Anal?
Absolutely not.
I just thought I would ask you.
No.
And
Okay,
my
Cole.
second question: are you gonna do another blowjob feature video or
Like Dick Sucking for
compilation?
Dummies? Possibly.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have been asking me to do foot fetish stuff and foot jobs and stuff like that. So I'll probably end up doing something like that before I do another blowjob series.
Well, now, Pete, when did you start? You shoot your own stuff for a number of years now. Caller, thanks for the call. Is that you have any more questions for the ladies?
No, that was it.
Well, thank
Thank
you
you
for
very much.
calling in.
Big fan.
Thank
big
you.
fan.
Thanks a lot, caller. Take care. So tell us about that. I mean, a lot of people, they take for granted that after a number of years, performers do begin directing and so forth. You've not only begun directing, but you also have your own production house. So tell us the name of your studio and what you've been up to with that.
It's Royalty Entertainment. A lot of people don't know that we were shooting our own stuff before. Like I had even came out here and met a porn star. The whole plan was to, get popular and shoot with all the major porn stars and, major companies or whatever. But at the same time, build my website and get content for myself. So it wasn't like eventually I started directing or eventually we started shooting. We started off shooting.
You already were on the other side of it. Okay.
Yeah. And then, it's been great because, you always want to have something of your own. So if, things get slow or the politics or anything, I know a lot of companies stopped shooting this, started shooting that, or focused on this, focused on that. You still have your own thing so that when your fans are checking for you and looking for you, you have somewhere that they can come see you and, a revenue, of money that you can make. And, the only bad thing was people just assume like I'm not working for other companies, and they would stop asking to shoot me. And it wasn't until like I would actually bump into people, and they'd be like, "Oh, wow, we thought like you weren't shooting, you were doing your own thing," or maybe like because I would release DVDs ever so often, but not as much, because internet, everything's so instant.
Right.
You make the money instantly, you get paid instantly,
and get pirated instantly
exactly.
as well, unfortunately.
But we go through major efforts to keep my stuff off the free sites, which is good and bad, because you kind of still need a little bit out there so people can know.
So like free promotion, but certain degree at
exactly.
a certain point. Like with your site as well, do you find that original content you put on your site, do you ever find it other places that you're like, how the fuck did they get my shit?
But at first I would become enraged, but then it's like the same thing. Maybe, somebody that's never watched or seen anything that I've done was introduced there to it or whatever. But I mean, I'm not necessarily for the free sites, but it's still.
I mean, I know typically everybody, well, me and my partner at least, we thought whoever's going to pay for it's going to pay for, whoever's not's not. And it was like that for a long time, but now it's so saturated with these sites has gotten so popular that people actually think we work for these sites and we get paid somehow through these sites, and that we're part of these sites. So now they're not even checking for me at my site. Or some people, there's always new people all the time, new to the whole everything, So they're like, "Oh, you have a website?" I'm like, "Dude, I've been having a website since day one." But if you're going to this main place and getting all this free stuff, and all you got to do is type a girl's name in, you got thousands and thousands of stuff, but
and a lot of times what they don't know is that the content that they're watching for free is stuff that you own.
Yeah.
And you've produced out of your own pocket. Now, Jayden, have you, do you shoot original content for your site as well, or how are you developing?
Yeah, I shoot my own content as well, but I have seen a lot of the stuff that some things even before we even put them out there, they end up on a DVD or somewhere else. I'm like, how does that happen? But I guess it could be, because it's not just you, it's the other person.
Well, if you're sharing, like say if you do a content share, right.
So sometimes they rip it from them before I even get a chance to release it. So it's kind of like a lose, like what win.
Well, you got to look at it. You got to take, certain percentage of it. You're like, okay. My whole thing is like, how long, if you look at some of the scenes that have been pilfered, how long is the clip? I mean, are they taking like, of a 22-minute scene, are they taking 19 minutes, 22 minutes, or is it like a 6-minute clip? You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a 6-minute clip or 4-minute clip. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
But when they steal the whole scene, and then what really makes it bad is when you see another .com on the corner, they watermark your shit. Yo, that's when I'm definitely like, I call my lawyers, and then right before I dial the last digit, I remember how much my lawyers cost. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got to make a decision here.
Yeah, I think I'm going to work on that, getting just some clips to throw out to them so they could, know I'm still working and stuff. Because by me having them take everything down and they're not seeing new stuff, people assume that I'm not producing anything new. And I'm like, look, just because your local bootlegger at the Walmart is not selling my DVDs for $5 5 for 10, you know what I mean? 5 for $10, or I'm not on a free site does not mean that I'm not working. But whatever.
All right, now over the last couple of years, now Gianna, you stopped performing how long ago?
2010, about.
Okay. Wow, it just seems so.
Really?
4 years ago, yeah.
You don't perform anymore?
I do clips and stuff like that for like fans and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I have a site also, and I do things with that. And I've been feature dancing and stuff like that. So I'm still heavily involved with adult.
Did you just start feature dancing after you stopped?
Yes.
Okay, that works. That works.
It was
So a lot of people don't get that. Like dancers, like strippers sometimes get mad or whatever when they don't understand we are the original feature dancers. Duh. Like, you know what I mean? That's before the internet, before booty girls, before fake urban booty models, whatever, Like, because I remember when I was working at in San Francisco, like, it was so many feature dancers, and they would always say that they would come to LA, shoot for a couple weeks, and go on the road and feature dance to make LA miss them. Or some people didn't start feature dancing until after they stopped, But that's like a whole nother income for us.
Yeah.
And they don't understand that comes with us being porn stars. We feature dance.
We're going to take a call coming
definitely, it introduces you to a lot of avenues. A lot.
Hello, call. This is Lex Live
Well,
Show.
good for you. That's
Talk
right.
to us. You're live on air.
Yeah.
Hello, call.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hey, man, this is live radio.
This
Yes.
is live, bro. You're speaking live on the air with these beautiful ladies. Talk to him, man. Oh, we lost the dude. He
Got excited and hung up. He said, what?
All right, what I want to ask you guys
It's real,
is this.
like you were saying. Yes, it's real.
All right, now the reason why I asked you, John, like a couple years ago you stopped, and that was right around the time that you got started, Jayden, so about 4 years ago or so, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So, and Peaky, in the midst of that, over the last couple of years, we've seen a number of things that have brought up the question of, does the industry need to go condom mandatory or not? But that's been a policy of your own for a number of years. Yeah. Now, can you give me a little insight? What impact did that have on your media once you decided to go condom only, not only for your own productions, but also when working for other people?
Well, it just started from when I had, because, you know, we lived in the Valley most of my career, but, you know, we would still, like, go to Atlanta and live there and stuff like that. But when I was in Atlanta and I wasn't shooting regularly for other companies and we were just flying people to us to shoot, it just crossed my mind, like, it's my company. Like, if I want to use a condom, I can use a condom.
Yeah.
Like, duh. So
did you have any blowback from what people like, oh?
You know, absolutely. Yeah. In the beginning, no. It was just, I would tell my partner, like, dude, because sometimes the other performers didn't want to use a condom.
Right.
So I would tell him, like, look, you know, I don't think it's a good look. We should make everyone use condoms because it's going to make it look like either I only care about my health and no one else's and I want to protect myself, or there's something wrong with me. But it wasn't until years after that, like, all the HIV rumors came out, and then people, like, would be like, oh, is that why she used condoms? Like, dude, I've been using condoms.
To do. You had already been.
Exactly.
Okay. Because that's the thing about it, is, like, we've dealt with a number of things that have happened, and we, over the years, I mean, I don't, this was before, I think you guys were, do you guys remember Video Team? No? Okay, well, Video Team was a very, very powerful company, and there was a moment where Vivid went condom mandatory. Wicked has always been condom mandatory, but once Vivid went condom mandatory for a time, Video Team fashioned themselves as the Black Vivid. So they went condom only, and it destroyed their market share, and West Coast Productions utterly blew up. Now, we've all worked for West Coast.
And that's crazy to me because it seems like good fucking is good fucking.
Nah, but I mean, you know, on the commercial market, I mean, people want as raw as can be. And I remember that, with, you know, that's why I asked you, did it happen with you? Did you, when you see, was there any discount to your media?
No, not at all.
Okay.
It didn't stop anything at all.
Okay.
I mean, it just, for me, like, I know a lot of companies feel like if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Right.
So they don't even want to tamper with it, you know? So they're like, hey, we've been doing it this way. Let's continue to do it this way, you know? So, and I get that. Like, I shot a scene, like, maybe a month ago with no condom, just to put it out there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we all got tested the same day. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to make it a habit of doing this. And I hadn't shot without a condom in a long time, but it's just, I don't know. People are just so stupid. It's like, first off, how could I even be performing even if I am using a condom if I have HIV? But some people are so, like, stupid that by me shooting a scene without a condom, like, clicking their hair like, oh, okay.
No, but you know what?
She's good.
You know, but that's what's fucked up about some of the online platforms that follow adult media stars. They're unrelenting in their willingness to take a morsel of anything and turn it into a mountain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
People are just negative anyways. I mean,
that's true
I'm
about
sure
everything.
Even you've received that, Jayden, maybe even yourself. I know I've had people say, I hope you get fucking HIV and die, you fucking dirty bitch, blah, 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 find Jesus, like anything, like, you know what I mean? Like, or you do have it, or like, you know what I mean? Stupid stuff like that, or even with STDs and everything to that effect, and they just don't realize the whole testing process and everything to that effect. It's just...
Well, actually, I tell people, you know, let me tell you, a funny thing happened this over the weekend. I had a play couple that, you know, the woman was very much involved and wanted to be very much involved, and you know, I had my own personal shit, so I didn't really keep in touch with her that much, and so she inquired with one of her girlfriends, like, why did Lex stop wanting to talk to me? And her girlfriend said something to the effect of, well, he must be sick. And
oh shit.
So no. So my friend, so her husband told me, like, why? And I said, look, man, I said, I bet that between you and your wife, neither of you can count on one hand how many people are tested with the regularity that people in my industry are tested with. Right. And I kind of took offense. I was like, that was like the farthest thing. Yeah, like I was like, yo, when is the last time you or her has had a test? Or,
Have you ever?
No, anything you can say, I bet I could top it when it comes to offensive stuff.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, man, this to me, it beats everything. Not even Homeland Security coming to my house and saying that someone was saying that I'm putting my 7-year-old niece on cam. Like, that didn't even this year. Quickly, I have a friend that has nothing to do with porn. She's actually into music. And, I have a life outside of porn. This is what people know me of. That's fine. But this is just a part of who I am. That's not who I am every day. So, I come from a large family. I like to take the kids trick-or-treating, whatever. So, my friend was telling me her son had got into a little trouble in school. And I guess, he's 13 now. And they play booty tag on Fridays. And so, him and another girl got in trouble. She got detention, but he got suspended from school and sexual harassment on his record. So she's like, this isn't fair. If you know that they both were tagging each other's butt, she got, obviously, she's in detention. Why is his so harsh? Right. So she, she kept making an issue. So she gets to talk to the superintendent of schools. And he so happened where we're from. Mm-hmm. And he's an older guy. She thought he seemed pretty, professional and humble. So he asked all the kids to go out the room, and he's like, let me speak to you. He's like, do you want to know why your son is judged more so than, this and that? And she's like, what? He's like, well, everyone's saying that you're friends with a porn star and that you guys have orgies at your house in front of him.
What?
Yes. I was like, are you serious? Wow. And she says she thinks that he's just saying that because he's a pervert or something. But whether he's saying it or anyone's saying it, it's like, seriously? Like, I don't know no one in porn. I don't know no one outside of porn that would do anything like that. But why would you? And she's like, you're calling her Pinky. I know her as Sarah, and that really hurts because, I care about her, and that's my friend. She's like, last time she was at my house when we took the kids trick-or-treating, like, she's like, she's like, I don't even know that side of her. I don't even, and it's like, it's just crazy the things that people come up with. And then they constantly will take people in the street and throw you under the bus and make you the scapegoat for even people who are associated with you that have nothing to do. But it's people being perverted because that's what they think about all the time. Well, okay. That's how they are. You know what I mean?
Along those lines, and let me ask you guys this now. Do you feel that, and certainly enough as women, do you feel that the age limit should be raised to 21 as opposed to 18?
That's a hard one.
It's hard to say.
Because I was 28 when I started.
They're saying now that their brain isn't fully developed until you're 25. So they're changing the adolescence age now. So, I don't know.
This is a new generation. Everybody's starting young. Like, even if it's not on camera, they're still doing it. So, like, who are we to say you have to be 18?
Well, like, the familiarity with hardcore sex becomes accessible online when kids are internet savvy at 12, 11, 10. They got an iPad at 10 years old.
I think the parents need to discuss those things with their children, though, and stuff. It's not just put on, because of the fact that we do adult films and things to that effect, that we are, being role models for children or something to that effect, or even teaching them how things should be done. That is not our job. Yeah. We entertain, we have fun, we
provide a service of entertainment.
Yeah, I think we save lives.
Making no mistake though, our media is. The media is for a certain sect. It's obviously there's an age requirement to enjoy our media, and then not everybody does enjoy a good. Not everybody enjoys our media. Let's be frank.
Yeah,
but
it's not for everybody.
People watch it, and even the ones that are very harsh and judgmental and everything to that effect. How the fuck do they even know?
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? They are watching.
Well, I
it.
know
They do have
now
them
I
dirty
don't
thoughts.
like if a young girl like wants to get in the industry, like I drill her so hard. I mean, even like women who are 25 and older, like I still give them the whole rundown, the whole ins and outs, a whole everything, so they can make a decision on their own. But when it's a young girl, especially, I'll tell her like, dude, you got your whole life ahead of you. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I was real slim, so people thought that I was 18, but I was actually like almost 24, 23 when I got in the industry. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, but but anyway, I had already experienced, you know, dancing and escorting, and I had done so much already before I started doing porn that I thought I was a sex master when I got into porn, you know?
And then what happened when you got into porn? All of a sudden, it's like, whoa, holy shit.
Yeah, these motherfuckers fucked the shit out of me. God damn. You know what I mean? I thought I could handle. I'm not saying I wasn't handling it, but still.
Oh, you were definitely.
So a lot of young girls, but
definitely
see,
handling
before I didn't know, you know, but now that I know what the industry's about, not to say it's bad or anything, but I know it's not easy to brand yourself or make a name for yourself in this industry. You know, a lot of girls come and go, you know, so I understand that now. So now I tell the girls, like, you know, make sure this is something you really want to do, because you know, you could shoot one scene and change your mind, and trust and believe it's gonna be somebody that's gonna hate on you to make sure your parents know, or pull your card, or put you out there. So now I'm really reluctant about working with younger girls unless they're already doing it, or unless they're like, look, you know, I'm already traveling the country on this side and that side. I'm escorting, I'm doing this and that. So it's like, well, okay, well, she already, you know, ain't nothing I can.
Gianna, as an agent, right, as a manager of talent, do you know, do you lay things out? Do you have an outline as to how you introduce new talent?
It definitely makes me uncomfortable with the younger girls, just because, for the same reason that you were saying, it doesn't go away. You know what I mean? Or what if it does not meet their expectations? They think they're going to be a big star, and they only work for, let's say, 5 companies, and nobody else is interested in working with them or whatever. It's not going to go away.
The
and
media's
it could
there
affect
for
them
and
in
they
a
can blame
negative
you
manner.
too.
Yeah, and
you don't want to feel like you're responsible, and then it's like you can only do so much, and then it's like, you know, it ain't like you're gonna take care of them forever, you know.
My family found out I was in porn maybe 2 weeks, and I guess, you know,
That
it was one of those companies that released quickly. They found out like the second week.
What family member was it that
Like
discovered?
aunts. I'm like,
So
what are
were
you
they
doing
wa-
watching porn? The hell, I knew you were freaky, but
So it was like some of your like
family,
aunt, or
mom,
wasn't like your
sisters.
cousin,
No.
you know, who's
Like
in high school or
aunties.
something, was a grown family member.
Grown.
Okay.
Mom's siblings. My mom's one of 13.
Yeah.
And out of 13, like, I think maybe 10 of them found out. And this, because, you know, somebody called somebody. So it's like, once you're in there, like Gianna said, you're in there. Like, it's not going away.
Yeah. Now you do anal, right?
I do.
So now, were you doing it? You know, the reason why I know this because in research, when John told me that you were coming on tonight, I was like, okay, and I looked at some pictures, and so were you doing? Were you proficient in anal before porno, or was something you started doing once you got into the business?
Crazy thing about it is, like, all the stuff that I've done in the movies, aside from like crazy scenes we've done outside,
Like
maybe,
blow bangs and like
crazy stuff, like the extreme stuff. I've done it in my personal life way before I even knew what porn was. And that's what I was saying, like when you were bringing up the age limit and what, you know, kids know a lot.
So you started
know
like
a
what,
lot.
like 13, 14?
Sex?
Yes.
I'm 15.
15.
But
Well,
I
that's
was
not that-
advanced though. Like, you have
15
no idea.
Is 15 okay? So 15, is that the norm now, or is that considered?
No, I think it's the age limit.
It's still young to be doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe, because when I look at my little sisters and how young they are, and I be like, whoa, like we was advanced. Like, I mean, I guess it's different. Like, I think it kind of skips generations. Like, my generation was really fast. Then I noticed my next siblings weren't, and then the next siblings was fast, and then my last siblings is like slow. But I don't know. I got hella
I think it
sisters,
skipped
so
too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, one of the things that I constantly, you know, notice is that music videos are taking it almost pornographic. I mean, a lot of the media that we watch, mainstream media, borders on, not more than 10 years ago, would have been
even
considered
regular
pornographic.
television.
Right. So with that being said, I mean, people are getting introduced to it earlier. I mean, they looking at, Beyonce and certain times Beyonce.
And pornos are coming on earlier on those channels.
On those shows late nights. It's no longer after 11 p.m. Now you can catch a nice little B movie at, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It might not be Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp. It might be Pirates of the Caribbean with John E. Depp. You know what I'm saying? Like
Johnny with that Depp.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's
you might have Lex Steele hanging from a chandelier, for a minute before they. I'm on we're shooting a porno Django, and I'll be playing. Yeah, they are. And I'll be playing Django in a porno.
Really?
Yeah, just a minute, Django XXX.
Oh shoot!
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
You see me on a horse with a cowboy hat? That's just gonna be dope.
That is gonna be dope.
That is. I can't wait.
So I'm saying, I get to kill some, get some payback. That was a great movie. I watched that movie but is it gonna make a XXX movie of it? And I don't know how great the detail or how true the detail it will be, but it'll be very interesting given the interracial climate. Now, both of you ladies have done a lot of interracial sex, and John as well. Have you found that when you're working with white guys, I mean, is there any? There's always the inherent, if not superficial, or if not mystified, interracial black male to white female, right? When you guys work with white guys, have you found that white guys, is there any taboos that you feel, or is it no big deal to them? The guys you're working with, that is. Like, we guys working with white guys, like you got tomorrow.
It just seemed like it seemed like they were just as excited about working with me what a black guy was. Like it seemed like.
Well then, okay.
It seemed like maybe they had more to prove. Like,
when you guys
I'm gonna fuck that big booty down.
Right,
you know what I mean?
When you're doing interracial scenes, do you guys feel a need to represent, if you will, for lack of a better term? I mean, do you feel that you have to fuck like a black girl, so to speak, if there is any terminology like that? I mean, we know that there is, so.
Well, there's been a few times I tend to show out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just because the guy be like, oh, I'm a big fan of yours, so I'm so happy to work with you. I'm like, all right, so I'm going to have to really show him.
So you put the smack.
I think that.
You put the smack down.
I think that really white porn and white people is generally known to being more wilder, more kinkier, more nastier, let their hair down, more comfortable. It's like not so worried about this and worried about that. Like, so I think when we do interracial scenes, like, I think girls feel more comfortable, or they feel or the fans are even expecting to see more. Or I even know, like, a lot of black girls who do a better job with a white guy or with a white company because they just feel like they're not so restricted. Right. With me, like, I don't know. I'm more so, whether the guy's black or white, I just want their dick to be just super strong and fuck me down and, just do a good scene. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really feel no type of way.
Yeah.
I don't really feel no type of day. Because, I mean, I like black men, but I've had some white guys fuck the shit out of me, too. You know what I mean? So, hey, you can't really.
The thing about it is porno, what people realize once we get into the industry is that the physical attributes that, are stereotypically limited to one particular, ethnicity, porno blows it out the water. Because one day you're working with a guy that might be Latino, or a guy that might be white, or a guy that might be black, and they all are sporting double digits.
Yeah.
And this is the major leagues.
Yeah.
It's like everybody in the NBA is tall, right? Everybody in the NFL is fast and strong. So, I mean, it's like you go into porno, and the girls got breasts or booties. And I
can say, though, that has been, like, a problem for me, because if I meet a guy in, like, my regular life and I just want to have, like, some regular fun or some regular sex, or like, oh, I don't know if you've been in the movies, and I don't know if I can compete with those guys because they're all huge, and I'm just an average guy.
So how do you deal with that?
Just shut up, like no.
So do you have to put a guy kind of at ease and let him know that?
I have to talk them through it. Like, your cock is perfect. Don't you worry. It's gonna
do
work.
You find that guys feel they have to? Do you feel the guys feel that they have to perform?
Yes.
When they're with you, as opposed to just going with the flow and having sex as adults.
Yep. Ever since I've been in the industry, it hasn't been the same.
Yeah, I think that's pretty typical. Yeah. I tell guys like, dude, these huge horse dicks, why do you think they're in porn? They're special. They're exclusive. They're VIP. They're exquisite. Exactly. Like, I'm like, seriously, like, I don't know if these guys that have big dicks like this that are not in porn, if they sold up already or if they baby mamas just be on them so tough. But I don't come across stuff like that in my regular life. I mean, they DM me them pictures all the time and in my Instagram, but I've only dated one guy with an average big dick. Everyone else has been average or small. Not saying that's what I prefer. I'm just saying that's just what it is. I think it's pretty, like the stuff they see in the movies is like, that's not every day.
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
It's no,
it's not every day.
Even on like behalf of us being performers and women, like I feel like sometimes when you meet a normal guy, he expects you to perform for him. Like
and I do just the opposite. I wanted you to fuck me.
And he's like, but that, or it turns into a fan thing. But I saw this one thing, and it's like,
and then the
can you put that pink wig on? Put that pink wig on.
Oh my god! Or do you have that green bathing suit from that picture? I'm like, no. It's horrible.
I like the guys that pretend like they don't know who you are, but then like a couple like dates or like, you know, you go out or you hang out.
I've had a few guys do that, and I'll still talk to them like they know. Like, I won't bluntly just come out with everything, but I'll talk in a way that I still let them know, like, I know you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Those relationships don't ever go anywhere. No. It's just nice to talk and communicate and entertain each other for that moment, pretending like they don't know, but you know that they know.
Let's take a quick call before I've let a few go by. We're gonna grab this one. Hello, caller. This is Lex Live. You're live on the line. Talk to us. Are you there? So we lost that guy, but you know that's funny. That's funny though. You know, about you dealing with girls. In my case, I deal with girls, and they do expect you to deliver
up and over.
No,
they expect you to give you
it's just a notion that like but you know what? Actually, the pressure's off in a porno guy's personal life because he does not have if he's not as strong that particular instance, it's not that big of a deal. Right. I mean, you're allowed to maybe have an off occasion if it's in your personal life. You can never, I mean, you know, the guys are all human. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, but that's the thing about it. You come to LA, you come to the pros. That's where you're gonna be it's gonna be the land of the big dicks. Now, you know, what do you think about like sites like Bossip? You guys ever go to Bossip.com or like Vlad? I did an interview with Vlad. There's a number of media platforms that follow the industry that don't always, on one reflection is positive, and then at the you know, without any type of provocation or inclination, they grab you around the neck with the next interview or something. Mm-hmm. There's like one side of the mouth they're talking nice about you, the next side of the mouth they're talking some bullshit, and you're like, man, I thought they were cool.
Well, I think that people just looking for likes, people looking for hits. You know, the more hits they get, the more money they get in advertising. People just users.
You ever do an interview, right?
And they pick out what they want.
Yeah, you do a long-ass interview, and
the
headline is something like that, and you spoke about for a minute. And it was an hour-long interview,
like,
right?
For instance, when my father was in prison, I had mentioned how he loves Cherokee. And he would ask me about her sometimes and how I was saying, like, dang, I don't even know how he knows about her because he's been in jail for a long time. I'm like, and then it's weird because I know we're in a lot of the same movies. So I'm like, shit, I wonder if we're on the same movie, did he just fast forward through my scene and watch her? Or is it pictures he's looking at? Or, you know, I'm just raising these questions, just talking out of fun. And the next thing you know is, Pinky's dad watches her porno. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when he got out of prison, he didn't like that. We talked about that, and his feelings was hurt. And I was like, no, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
You know, they turned it around. But if you actually watch the interview, what I said, you know, but people sometimes aren't going to watch everything or listen to everything. They're just going to see.
They may not see the whole thing.
Yeah. So I was like, no, it wasn't like that. So he was embarrassed. He was hella embarrassed.
And so, there's really nothing you can do. Sometimes you can't roll certain things out, or you can't roll it back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I struggle with regularity, you know.
Did that happen in your interview as well?
Yeah, I did an interview with, I won't say the guy's name, very popular platform. You know what I'm saying? No. You can't, and the thing about it is, like, some of these guys are so powerful.
Yeah.
That you can't.
Yeah.
You can't, like, say anything back because they'll crush you.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's kind of like people think that they could heckle a comedian, but you can never win against a comedian because a comedian has a microphone.
Right.
And these bloggers are blogging every single day.
Yeah.
So if you get on the bad side of it, you're putting yourself at risk.
Yeah,
So,
I only have like maybe between my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, maybe like almost 600,000 people that I'm reaching. But these blogs, like, for instance, I've done interviews for Vlad so many times where he's come to my home or had someone else come to my home or went on my way to this and that, this and this, you know. And I didn't even know until my partner recently told me that, you know, I guess everybody had these videos and pictures of me performing, and they made me look like SpongeBob, put dents in my booty, made me look all hella wide and looking all crazy. And I guess he had put some stuff up too. And I'm like, you know, I just understand business so much that I don't even look at it personal, because you best believe when I have another music video, I'm sure going to send it to his ass and he going to be putting it up there for me. Or whenever I got something, you know. So I think with him, it's not even personal. It's like, well, shit, if you don't want me putting this up here, then you should be sending me something to, you know. So I don't really take shit too personal.
He's one of the good guys, but I'm saying, guys, there are people that will take advantage.
I know, but my fans notice stuff.
Yeah.
They are questioning me like, dude, I thought that was your boy, or why this, why that, and I just be like, man, it's nothing, it's cool.
Yeah.
So, because I already know, you know, what I got planned.
Right.
How long have you been doing the music for?
Well, I recently took a break, but I have been doing the music, it's been a minute now. Because, I guess, like, when we had shot, like, back then, I was doing music.
Right.
So it's been a while, but I had stopped, you know, because I don't know, I just kind of took a break on stuff. But I got some fire that I've been sitting on for a while. So I'm supposed to get back in the studio and do this one song, and we got a concept for a music video, and then I want to do some house music too. So I have somebody waiting for me to come back to Oakland to get in the studio with them. So people ask me all the time. It's just, I just get tied up so much with the adult stuff or my personal life. And
can your fans get like your CD on your site or something like that?
No. I just have a mixtape that I did, the only mixtape, like hella long ago, but everybody still be bumping it. I got music and stuff. I got a couple things on iTunes. I think Bad Bitch is on iTunes and Backbone. So I got a couple things.
Most of your lyrics, I mean, are they sexually oriented or just regular? Or
some of it is, not all of it though.
Like, you know, like, wait, you know what? We got a call coming. They've been trying to get us all afternoon, all evening. This is Lex Live Show. Talk to us live. We only have minutes. Talk to us. Call, you there? Now, one of the things, there's been a number of artists in the industry, Brian Pumper, for instance, and a lot of his lyrics are very, very XXX oriented. Now, is that something that you know, some of you said some of it is, some of it isn't. Who would you compare yourself to, or who, you know, what comparisons have been made? Pumper tries to compare himself to Lloyd Banks, I understand, or...
No, I don't compare myself to anybody.
Okay. So you are an original, where Pumper, for instance, tries to be 50 Cent or Lloyd Banks, but
like, I don't even like being. I don't even like when people mention me and him in the same thing, you know, when it comes to rap. But I ain't tripping because we both do porn, and that's just what it is. So how can I, you know?
Jake and Jake Steed back in the day.
Oh yeah, I
put
remember
a few
that.
things out.
I remember that.
And even Heather Hunter.
Yeah.
She was a singer as well. India still doesn't she still?
I believe so. Because we did a interview for I think was it Candy Coated Nights, the Candy from Real Housewives. Like I met her for the first time on that, and I think she was talking about her book. She had a book out at the time. That was maybe 2-3 years ago.
Well, are you writing a book?
I'm not.
You gonna write a book, John?
I will, but I'm not right now.
You gonna write a book?
You never know.
I just want to write it because everyone, people volunteer to write it for you, and it's like, I gotta come from my brain.
Well, okay. Do you guys find yourself having to ask or answer, sex education questions all the time?
All the time.
People are like, like anybody, you ever have to explain how to do anal to somebody that wants to?
I've had to explain it. I've had people just ask, and I have to tell them it's a process. It's not, you're not just in there, So they just think that you just hop in. I'm like, no.
All right, you know what? I'm going to ask something for you. Now, people, you may not be able to see that Jayden has braces on the top and bottom. Have you ever found that men are in some ways afraid to engage in fellatio with you with your braces?
I have had that maybe once or twice, but I've actually mastered it even better because I have braces.
Right.
So I learned how to do this thing where I pull my jaw out just a little bit more. So my mouth is open.
Okay.
And then it tends to water. So it just makes it just glide. I'm just I feel like I'm the shit.
I don't know. I would find myself treading lightly if I'd be like, yo,
I love these things.
One false move.
New.
Oh yeah. One false move, and it's
Not even. I'm telling you. It's you would have to find out for yourself.
Oh, you know what? Look,
that's a challenge.
On that note, we might have to work this out. You know what I'm saying? So before we get out of here tonight, I want to make sure that we all are able to allow our fans to stay in touch with us every single day of the week. So starting with you, Jayden, tell us again your websites, your Instagram, your Twitters, Facebook.
I do have Facebook, actually. It's Jaden Star. So it should be easy to find. There should be only one, hopefully. My Twitter is @StarJayden, and it's Star with 2 R's. And my website is JadenStar.com.
All right. Pinky.
PinkyXXX.com, The Real Pinky XXX. My Facebook, you'll never find me. It's Sarah Mirabelli, and they're like, but I got your real name. I'm like, well, there's about 15 other pages like that, too. Unless you're a friend of a friend already, then it's hard to find my Facebook. But nobody never showed me love on Facebook because I guess, you know how when you put something out, you could just make it automatically go to the other ones. So I think I don't comment on people's live stories enough.
Well, just to make sure we make the distinction and make it correctly. Now your website is The Real. Now there's one that says THA.
No, mine's is THEREALPINKYXXX, all lowercases.
Okay.
So, and then for my Instagram, they disabled me from when I try to report the fake pages. So you can't even find me under the search. You have to put that on the hashtag. So now I hashtag all my photos I post and tag myself so that when you search me under the hashtag, you can find one of my photos and then you'll see the @ and go to my page. You have to find me in the hashtag. I know the shenanigans.
You gotta do it. Yeah, you gotta work hard for it. And Gianna, we know you're gonna be here next week. But
so imagine how many followers I could have.
Well, they'll come around. I mean, the media's out there.
I'm gonna get that problem fixed one day. I'm from the Bay. I gotta just get in good with some of these Silicon Valley people.
They're right there.
For real. I'm gonna go to Facebook and go to Twitter and Instagram, knock on the door. Like, look, I ain't leaving until y'all fix this.
But I'm right here. I'm right here. So, John, where can people stay in contact with you other than coming to see you here next week?
Hey, there you go. They can join my site at GiannaXXX.com. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheRealGianna, and on Instagram it's Gianna Michaels XXX.
There you have it. Well, people, I want to make sure you know that we're going to be coming at you with another show, which will be called Lex Steele's Man Cave Sports Talk. We will be giving you the details as to when that show will be launching. Keep your ears tuned very close to the ground as we make you aware of those updates as they become available. And so, once again, that is Lex Steele's Black Panthers coming out on December 8th. So it's certainly enough for your Christmas gift, right? Stocking stuffers. I mean, what better? I'm a bit of a stocking stuffer myself, but that's not for you. That's for your lady. She might want my DVD. She might want more than just she might want that toy that you got.
I know,
See what I'm saying? That available at a store near you. You can't get it on it. Well, can you get it on Amazon? You probably get it on Amazon.
It's been sold out. All the places it's been sold out.
See what I'm saying? The Lexcalibur, as it is known.
Actually, I had to dig one up from my storage. Like I remember one we weren't using because when I put the cock ring on, it was so dry it peeled a little bit of skin off. So we bought another one, and it was really nothing really that wrong, but just a little bit of. Now we had to bring that one back because we needed it.
Well, I still have
thank God.
No, I still have pieces in my inventory. So if you ever need,
heck
if
yeah,
you need a replacement,
hell yeah,
and then I might even be able to deliver the real deal. Like, if you need me to show up and prove my mettle.
I haven't been doing as many girls because I've been doing too many of them. So I'm going to still do it, but it's time. I got to get back into action, Like I did my first boy-girl scene that I hadn't done in 7-8 years. Like, because I always do girl, boy, girl, boy,
I watched the scene with you and the body, Triple X, and then I forgot the dude's name, but it was interesting. She came over the house and you were like, "Oh, I didn't know you were coming by this early." And she was like, "Oh, I was in the neighborhood. I told you I was going to come by." Ethan.
Oh yeah, Ethan Hunt.
Ethan Hunt. That was a pretty good scene.
Okay.
I watched it for about 12 minutes.
That's pretty good. Thank you.
And then I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta take a shower, clean up." No.
Yeah.
People, we're going to be back here next Monday night. I want to thank, certainly enough, Pinky, Triple X for stopping in tonight.
Thank you.
Of course, and Miss Jaden Star as well for joining us tonight. So, people, Gianna.
See you next week.
For all the good people here on the Lex Live show, we want to thank you for joining us. We know there are many options, including Monday Night Football. Of course, we offer you the best option on online television here, Lex Live on latalkradio.com. We'll see you next Monday. Peace.
You're listening to Lexington Steel Live, right here on LA Talk Radio.